everybody. Good evening. How are you guys doing tonight? Woo, thanks for coming out tonight. We do have a special thing going on. So if you take a photo of us on stage, we're Sarcasm's Finest. If you take a photo of us, you post on your Instagram with our handle @Sarcasm's Finest. And then the person at the end of the night is going to receive a prize. We have first place. The person that gets the most likes is going to get a T-shirt. Run All Night. It comes out in theaters March 15th, so next week. It's like a T-shirt with Liam Neeson. Second place gets an armband and a poster as well. So take a photo of us, post on Instagram @Sarcasm's Finest, #Run All Night if you'd like. And then the person that gets most likes get those prizes. So yeah, it's from Warner Brothers, coming out next week. Good movie. It's Liam Neeson as usual, kicking ass. So my name is Arman. So we're Sarcasm's Finest, University of Utah Comedy Club. And I have a confession to make. Most of you know this, but some of you are going to be surprised. I'm only 20 years old. Only 20. I know I look like I'm in my mid-40s. The way I dress, the car I drive, I feel like I'm going through a midlife crisis. Not sure. I think this is God's way of telling me I'm going to die at age 40. It's going to happen. And the thing is, I act old too. Like, I don't act like I'm like crazy and, you know, like, let's do something crazy and drink and smoke pot. Well, plenty of that. Like, I'm kind of bored. I go to a party and I'm like the responsible one, aside from my parties. But like, when I go to parties, I'm like the responsible. Like, people are like, oh, drink, and I'm like, oh, girl, you don't need that drink. You're done. You've had enough. Jim, get out of the pot. You're not a plant, all right? You're done. Girl, what did I say about that drink? You're done. You don't know that guy. You don't know him. Billy, that's a chandelier. That's not a monkey bar set. Get off of that. You're done. It's not cool. I always have like drunk women coming up. They're always like, hey, you. They're like wobbling. They don't even. Hey, you. I know you. I know you. We met. I know you. We met at that. We met at that one place. I'm like, I don't go to tranny bars. I'm sorry. No, it's not nothing against tranny bars. I'm 20. I can't go there. That's the thing. It's not. I can't legally walk into a bar. But there was like, I know you. There's this one girl that comes up to me every time, and she like wants to hug. She's like, hey babe, come here. Come here for a second. Come here. I don't know her name. I don't know where she's from. I don't think she's even in any like group at the University of Utah. She's just always there. She's just at every single party. And they always have a group of like friends around them, like always they're like designated drunks. There's a group of drunks around to make the main drunk look less drunk. So they're always like wobbling around. They're like, yeah, she knows you. She knows. It's like a sea of drunk bitches just all around. It's horrible. Yeah, that's just I deal with that kind of stuff. I deal with that. I'm also, I feel like I'm just an old dude. I'm very old, and that's what it comes with being Armenian. But I feel like I'm in a relationship right now. I'm in a relationship with my computer, and it's not what you think. The thing is, have you ever been sitting there and all of a sudden, like your computer pops up? It's like, hey, we need to talk. Like, all right, I'm going to postpone you for 4 hours. I can't handle this right now. This is the conversation we should be having. 4 hours go by. Hey, babe, we really need to talk. My girl, I understand. The thing is, I'm writing a paper. I can't talk right now, so I postpone it for 4 hours. Then the shit just explodes. Pops up. It's been 4 hours. We're talking now. It's happening, okay? All you care about is video games, okay? All you want is sex, clearly, from your search history. That's all you want. You leave the desktop all messy with sticky notes. You can't even organize anything. It's like a typical woman. Then it's going to shut down. So I'm just shutting down. I'm going to restart. 5 minutes go by. It comes back like nothing happened. I'm like, hey, what's up? How's it going? The sticky notes are all organized. Everything's great. You know in the back of his head. You know it has a lot of stuff on his hard drive. It still remembers that. It's going to come up to like 10 years down the line. Hey, remember? We need to talk right now. Like, ah, shit. Oh, God. Conversation's happening. And that's just the way it is with women. That's what happens, but we got to deal with it. And that's where men in general, we can't think any differently. Genetically, we're made to look at women, okay? Like think about it this way. No matter if you're straight, gay, whatever it is, if you hear high heels, no matter what you're doing, you're looking up. Like you could be taking an exam, like this is your like MBA exam. You can be taking, you hear high heels, you're like, I'm not going to miss that opportunity. What is that? What is that? What is it? That's a dude. Okay, why are you wearing heels like that, man? What are you doing? It's not cool. Not cool. I'm pretty sure cavemen were the same way. Like women would make like high heels out of rock shoes and like walking around. Cavemen were like, Then the round wheel was invented. See, the women bring great things into society. Motivates men. Motivates us. That's what we do. very disgusting individuals. And I work a lot. I do a lot of working, and so my brother brings me this survey that they sent to him. It's a FedEx survey, and strange thing is like they're rating your scale of how impressed you are with FedEx service, because you use FedEx a lot. And it's like, how did you like the experience at our FedEx location? The lowest score was unimpressed, which really shouldn't be the lowest score. Like, unimpressed is kind of like you can juggle. A lot of people can do that. I'm not impressed. Okay? The highest level was dazzled. Dazzled at a FedEx store. Do you walk in, they're like, Broadway, 1 FedEx package shipped overnight to you. 2 Boeing 747s flying across the nation for you. No, I walk in there like, you need a receipt? No, get the hell out of here. Come on. Why are you in a FedEx store? We have boxes for that. And I work with some strange people, very strange people. I have this one individual. I'm pretty sure he's a serial killer. I'm like 110% sure. Sometimes he shows up 3 days out of the week. He should be there 5. But he shows and gives me calls. Like he calls me on the phone, and I'm always the one picking up for some reason. I don't know how he times this, because I don't usually pick up the phone. And I pick it up and I hear him like panting. He's always like, "Hey, Arman. I'm not going to be able to make it work. I can't make it today." I don't question it. I'm like, "Yeah, okay, you're good. Don't worry about it. No, I don't need to deal with that. You're good. It's okay." Now, he's invited me up to this ranch in Idaho. I'm pretty sure that's where he keeps his mutilated bodies. I'm not sure. There's probably a case with my name on it. And he's like waiting. He's like, "One day we're going to go up there. We're going to have some fun." And he always invites me to play with like his guns too. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to die. If I just disappear, it's because of this guy. Let's call him Joe. Let's call him Joe, last name Buse. I'm just throwing it out there. It's not necessarily his name. It may or may not be. The weirdest thing is, so I sit kind of like in a corner. Like I'm in this corner. There's a slider across window, like on the side. I stare at this computer right in front of me. Now, when most people come up next to you, you kind of feel their vibe, right? You feel the breathing. You know, there's a presence behind you. They're probably smelly. So the thing is, with this guy, he comes up, and I can be sitting there, and he'll be standing for a good 20 minutes. Just standing. The only way I actually see him is through the reflection in the mirror, which means he has a very good chance of killing me. He could come in, shoot me in the head, and I'm gone. I don't even know what's coming. That's the worst part. I don't mind dying. I mind dying when I don't know what's coming. When I don't know the bullet is heading towards my head, I have a problem with that. I'm kind of scared. And I actually have, I recently got a haircut, but I do have an irrational fear of haircuts. I was driving, stay with me here. I'm going to explain why. It's very traumatizing, and you might cry later. I don't know. So I was driving down Main Street, and I see it's like $5 haircuts. And I'm like, wow. Is a haircut really something I want to skimp out on? Is that really something like, you buy a cheap sandwich, you're like, I'm probably not going to die from salmonella. Probably. If you get a cheap haircut, like if a guy named Joe Buse, for example, I'm not saying that he's like cutting your hair with a butter knife, you're going to have to live with that haircut for the next 3 to 6 months. Like, that's a traumatizing experience. Now, the reason I'm so paranoid about it is because when I was a kid, I'm about to let you in about who I am. And you might think of me differently, but this is how I grew up. This is who made me who I am now. So I was growing up as a kid. My parents, I could never drive, of course, when I was a kid. My parents wouldn't take me to a haircut, okay? So what they would do is, it's called a Flowbee. Do anybody here know what a Flowbee is? Anyway, I'm about to enlighten you on this amazing creation. You maybe know. So, probably the invention of a redneck. What it is it's a vacuum cleaner and some scissors combined. Some guys it'd be awesome if I could get a haircut really quickly, and he didn't know about a supercut. So he's like, I'm going to invent this product. It's a vacuum cleaner with razor blades in the end. So you hook it into your vacuum, and it sucks your hair out and cuts it to a perfect length. You know where it's coming. You know what's coming, right? So this is a really strange invention, but it's kind of cool. It sold over 100 million units. I don't know what families bought this, but mine was one of those unfortunate families. The thing is, you couldn't cut your sideburns or your back. You had to have somebody use a buzzer to do that. Now, God bless my mom. I love her to death. I would take a bullet for her, but she didn't go to beauty school. She did not know how to use one of those buzzers. So here I am in middle school, and my mom is cutting my hair. Now, this is the scariest moment, because as a kid, you know how fidgety you are. You know that if at any moment it goes wrong, you have to shave your head. You're going to be a bald, and I was chubby. I'd be a bald and chubby kid. I'd be a cue ball. That's what they call me. Like, cue ball is coming down the hall. So it's a scary moment. So what they do, what my mom would do, she cut it round on this side and square on this side. Kid you not. I was a Tetris head. Like, you could move me around and put me in the blocks. Walked down the hall, I looked like Tetris. That's who I was. And I was chubby. So I was like Pac-Man mixed with Tetris. Just imagine how 7th grade went with that. Now, my mom's awesome. I love her. We're Armenian, so no matter who you are, we're going to feed you till you're like fat and dead. One or the other. It's going to happen. But the problem with like Armenian families is that you really don't have any friends when you're young. People only like you because you have food. People come to your house just to eat food. That's it. That's where the relationship ends. So I'd be like pushed around. I'm like in a locker. All of a sudden, my mom pulls up. Like, oh, come here. Arman, you're an awesome dude. Hey, Miss Oganov, how are you doing? Can I come over tonight? My parents don't feed me very well. You know, that's kind of been tough at home. My mom's like, yeah, of course you can come over. Next day, like they leave. Next day, I get a text. You're such a stupid idiot, man. You're a dumb shit. And then they come back the next day. Hey, Miss Oganov. How you been? I'm really hungry right now, though. You know, like my mom's not feeding me. I need some food. And they just eat all my food. That's what happens. That's what happens when you're a kid. And speaking of commercials, not really. I watch a lot of commercials, and I see, you guys know that one with like the pet adoption, like in the eyes of the angel, like Sarah McLachlan is there, like just making you feel shitty about yourself. So every time I watch that commercial, like every time it comes on, I'm always like looking for the remote. I'm like, where the hell? Where is this shit? Can I make eye contact? Like, all right. Where's my wallet at? Where's my wallet? I need to call my banker. I need to do something. And then my buddy Joe Buse comes out. He's like, hey man, I got something for you. Don't worry about it. Hey, thanks. You guys have been awesome. Take it easy.